Hello, welcome to AC Picks and my Japanese socks film commentary, which relate to my upcoming film guide for women. My sock videos focus on mainstream movies and what they have to offer female viewers. These videos are directed primarily at adult female humans. Today I'm going to talk about The Goonies, released in 1985. As is the case for Stand By Me, released in 1986, which I spoke about in my last film commentary, I really enjoyed The Goonies when it came out and have watched it more times than I care to admit. I was nearly a teenager at the time, just a few years younger than the lead characters, Mikey, Mouth, Chunk, and Data. Like many people, I feel like Goonies was part of my childhood. Like many girls, I also developed a crush on some of the actors. But now, decades later, I'm able to take a more critical look at this beloved movie. Context. The Goonies is a PG-rated adventure comedy that runs nearly 2 hours. The screenplay, written by Chris Columbus, is based on a story by Steven Spielberg. It was directed by Richard Donner and tells the story of 7 teenagers in Oregon who go looking for a pirate treasure after 4 teenage boys, all misfits, find a treasure map in an attic. The 4 misfits are played by Sean Astin, Corey Feldman, Jeff Cohen, and Ke Huy Quan. The 3 that join them are Astin's older brother, played by Josh Brolin, the girl he fancies, played by Carrie Green, and her best friend, played by Martha Plimpton. The Goonies made over $62 million American dollars at the American box office. Keep in mind that this figure is in unadjusted dollars. The Goonies scores well for females' presence and voice and has a few things to offer female viewers. A few significant female characters, 2 tough, assertive females, namely Plimpton's character, named Steph, and Anne Ramsey's character, named Mama Fratelli, as well as exchanges between females. Steph in particular is a refreshing character and one that girls can easily identify with. Nowadays she would likely be considered gender non-conforming for her short hair, somewhat masculine clothes, and tomboyish nature. She wears pants, a scarf, and a hoodie over her t-shirt, the kind of modest outfit filmmakers rarely give teenage girls. She's also clever and repeatedly puts an obnoxious boy in his place. Indeed, she silences Corey Feldman and calls him stupid. Both of these inclusions are rare in Hollywood movies. It is much more common for males to silence females and for females to be called stupid. And yet, there's never any question about Steph's sex. She's a girl. She knows it, and so does everyone else. No one hints that she may be a boy trapped in a girl's body. She just doesn't conform to regressive stereotypes, as many girls didn't in the 1980s, and many girls don't now. There are drawbacks to this movie. As you know, these film commentaries aren't full movie reviews. Typically, I focus on just one aspect of films here, for example, language, violence against women, or sexualization of women and girls. The aspect of The Goonies I want to shine a spotlight on today is the language used in reference to women and girls, which is one of the dozens of things I keep track of in feature films. Part of the reason for this is that language is very revealing about filmmakers. It tells us a lot about how well or poorly they think of women. Language in The Goonies is clean. It is also sexualized, demeaning, and insulting of women and girls. This does not mean that it is sexualized, demeaning, and insulting throughout, but rather that there is at least one example of sexualized, demeaning, and insulting language at some point. Let's examine the evidence. Corey Feldman tells his buddies they should be sniffin' some ladies. He says to Josh Brolin, who is kissing Carrie Green, "Slip her the tongue." He sticks his tongue through a hole in a painting of a woman, which he holds up in front of him, and says to Sean Astin, "Come here and make me feel like a woman." He also says to Brolin about his upcoming date with Green and his mom having to drive because he doesn't have a driver's license. "Then you gotta make it with her and your mom." He tells Jeff Cohen he has naked pictures of his mom taking a bath and will sell them to him real cheap. He says to Plimpton, as he holds a small mirror up to her face, "You want to see something really scary? Look at that." He also says to her, Your looks are kind of pretty, when your face doesn't screw it up. Moreover, Green calls Anne Ramsay, a much older woman, a gross old witch. Are these inclusions sufficient to ruin the movie? Not at all. Do they merit attention? Absolutely. There is a generalized lack of regard for women and girls in our societies, and for the last 5 years I have been exploring the role movies play in this. I look forward to sharing my findings about mainstream movies of the 20th and 21st centuries and what they have to offer female viewers in my upcoming film guide for women, which contains 500 feature film reviews. Thank you for watching. If you would like to support my work, please like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel. You might also want to check out my new coffee table book about adult female humans, entitled What is a Woman? I posted an introductory video about it on July 22nd. What is a Woman is available at blurb.ca, and 50% of my profits will be donated to Vancouver Rape Relief and Women's Shelter. I'll post the link in the description below. Thanks again. Speak up and stay safe.